Welcome into Seahawks Today. I am your host, Will Ortner. And if you are fired up about your Seattle Seahawks victory Friday after they absolutely dominated, for the most part until the very end, the Arizona Cardinals, go and give that thumbs up button a hit. Like the video for a Seahawks victory 3 in a row. Now, my overreaction after this game, it could be simple. I could go after the defense for letting the Cardinals back into this one. I could go after the offense for playing conservative and not putting their foot on the gas. But frankly, I think you saw a star get born on Thursday night, and that's Sam Darnold proving to everybody that last year was not a fluke. He can rise to any occasion. When Seattle needed him most, he showed up in a big way. That throw where he puts it in a spot where only Jaxon Smith-Njigba can catch the ball. That throw where he puts it where his receiver, again, Jaxon Smith-Njigba, great play. But knowing where the sideline was and throwing a ball that your wide receiver not only could catch, but get out of bounds, save the timeout, allow your team another opportunity to get closer for your kicker, Jason Myers. It's an incredible throw, an incredible ball by a quarterback that is playing at the peak of his powers right now. When we heard about Sam Darnold coming out of USC, there was talk of him being a great quarterback in the NFL. And he didn't live up to that until last year, and Seattle jumped on it. I love that John Schneider saw the greatness in Sam Darnold and said, we can make a good team around him. Wrong. We can make a great team around him. We can help use Sam Darnold to lead the Seattle Seahawks back to the postseason where they belong. And it wasn't just John Schneider that saw it. Mike Macdonald saw it after the game. He was quoted as saying this: Sam is playing out of his mind right now. Mike, I agree with you. He is playing out of his mind, but here's the thing. Playing out of his mind is becoming a normal thing for him. He's just such a cool customer. Agreed. If you're going to be a star QB in these situations, when the game is on the line, when I'm freaking out here at Chat Sports HQ in Dallas, Texas, my heart's beating out of my chest. I can't talk. I can't even look at the screen. Sam Darnold, it doesn't even faze him. He's a great leader because when the moments get the scariest, when the lights get the brightest, Sam Darnold is the calmest. And Mike Macdonald does a great job of illustrating that here in this quote. I have an insane stat for you. Since 2024, Sam Darnold has 7 game-winning drives. That means the game is either tied when he goes on that drive or his team is down. That makes him tied with Patrick freaking Mahomes in that same time frame as number 1 in the NFL for game-winning drives. It seems like Patrick Mahomes has one every other week. Everybody knows how great Patrick Mahomes is. And you can mention your quarterback, Sam Darnold, in the same breath as him. Sam Darnold and Patrick Mahomes, in the clutch moments, they shine. They take matters into their own hands and they get their teams to victories. And we saw it last night with Sam Darnold, and we almost saw it in week 1. I absolutely love that. Let me know. I'm out here grading Sam Darnold at a very high B+. He's right at that 90 mark. He's probably 89.97. Just had some early turnover issues. In my eyes, Sam Darnold has been a B+ quarterback, right on that tier of A-. And every single game that he has, he continues to grow. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Grade him A through F. I got some more stats that I want to talk about Sam Darnold and the great QB that Seattle has found. But I got to talk about our great sponsor of today's video. This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on any 2 to 6 player stat projections, and if your picks are right, you could cash in. Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. If you look at my 2-pick power play from Thursday night, Kyler Murray, less than 216.5 yards. He got less. Sam Darnold, more than 214.5 passing yards. He got more. That's a good day for Will Ortner. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. It was good for me to be right, too. Now, Sam Darnold's stat line for this game is not going to jump off the page. You're not going to see 400 passing yards. You're not going to see 800 completions. You are going to see a fairly average stat line. We've got it right here. But the number that I want to point out to you, it's not the yards, it's not the touchdowns, it's not the interceptions. It's the completion percentage. 69% completion percentage is gigantic for a quarterback that Sam Darnold is trying to be. You need to be efficient with the football, getting it to your wide receivers in a position where they can catch the ball and the other team cannot. And I felt like Darnold has done an excellent, superb job all season, even in the game against the 49ers, of making sure that he put the ball in places where only his wide receivers could go and make a play. In my eyes, he's made one mistake. One interception was his fault. He threw a ball behind Cooper Kupp. Jalen Ramsey made him pay. The other interception, that's a great play by Hayward. The fumble, hey man, your offensive lineman got driven right back into you. When you can be efficient against the team and take what they give you and trust your receivers to make plays, you're going to win a lot of football games in this league. What Sam Darnold doesn't do is force the ball. Early on in this game, Jaxon Smith-Njigba was kind of a no-show. You didn't see him for much of this game until the very end, because that's when the Cardinals had to go to single coverage. They couldn't double team him. And then Jaxon Smith-Njigba gets open and Sam Darnold finds him. A.J. Barner getting open on that touchdown pass to start the game. What did Sam Darnold do? He looked for a matchup where he had a mismatch. You think that A.J. Barner can get covered by a middle linebacker in this league? No freaking shot. A.J. Barner is that good. Elijah Arroyo multiple times find him on quick little screen passes and let him do the work afterwards. And on third down, that's when you call the Yakima native and you find Cooper Kupp. Sam Darnold takes what the defense gives him. Then the defense stops giving him that, and he finds the new thing that they're giving him. That's why he's completing 70% of his passes on the year. That 69% completion percentage in this game, nice, is actually a downgrade. That's how well that Sam Darnold has been playing. He is playing right now a quarter of the way through the NFL season at an elite level. He's leading the NFL in passing. To be fair, everyone else only has 3 games, so that's a little bit of cheating, but who cares? His passer rating right now is top 10 in the NFL. His yards per game is right around that top 10 mark. What we didn't include on this stat line, just because I couldn't find a place for it, he is third right now in the NFL in yards per pass. He's completing the ball at 9 yards on average a pass. It's unfreaking canny what he's able to do. There's 2 guys who are ahead of him who have played in every game, and then Marcus Mariota, which is kind of cheating because Marcus has only played in 1 game. Sam Darnold is freaking unbelievable right now. 10 touchdown passes by week 6 is not out of reach. He's at 5 right now. Frankly, I think he could have had a couple more in this game. I'm not going to come up here, though, and say, hey, well, I'm, banging the drum. He's elite. He's great. He's not going to win the MVP. I mean, unless this Seahawks team goes on an absolute tear and you end up with 2 or 3 losses at the end of the year and he keeps playing like this, maybe. But he's not going to. I know that. I own that. It is what it is. But he's got the right mindset to be the leader of this team. Matt Hasselbeck was like this. Russell Wilson early in his career was like this. Take what the defense gives you. Don't make the big mistake. And just keep marching forward. Do not let the rest of your teammates fall into the trap of, got to get the big play, got to make the big move right now. Trust that you will stick to the process and you will be put in the right position to win football games. They could have let this game go. 100%. Sam Darnold could have checked out, game over. Oh my God, they came back. Now you're freaking out scrambling. But that's not what he did. And he's got a great mindset on how to be a quarterback. I think early on in his career, he was hyper-focused on the NFL. That's not what he is anymore. You can look at this quote right here from him after the game. And I think it's a great showing of why the moment didn't get too big to him. He viewed it as just another game, not a week 4 game against a divisional opponent, not a game where you were up and this game was over and you let them come back into this one. He viewed it as another game and didn't freak out, didn't get too stressed. When we're all stressed, that's when we make our biggest mistakes. He didn't let that happen. Now he's got a 3-day break and he's talking about Ryder Cup golf. Hey, I love it. I'm going to be tuned in a little bit to Ryder Cup golf. I think I'd be tuned into more football, but I love that the Seahawks have a quarterback with the mindset of, hey, it's all going to be okay. Everything is going to come back in the way that I need it to be. It's okay if this game doesn't go our way because we have more games that will go our way. You need a leader who is calm under pressure. And that is what Sam Darnold is right now for your Seattle Seahawks, and I absolutely love it. Sam Darnold is a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. Frankly, he might be a top 8. The way that he is completing the ball right now, finding the open receivers, 70% of the time that he throws the ball, it is going to be completed. There are not many quarterbacks in the league that can say this. He is finding receivers in the end zone at a high rate. He is averaging 9 yards a completion. And right now, he's leading the NFL in passing yards. Sam Darnold is elite and deserves his flowers. And I'm happy to give him to him. Make sure that you like this video if you like Seattle Seahawks victories. We've won 3 in a row here as a ball club. And I'll tell you right now, no one is more fired up than me. And maybe you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you next time.